Sebastian, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us on the Inspire and Connect TV set here. I much appreciate your time. Sebastian, let's start off. What does Forvis Mazars do as a firm? And then tell us a little bit more about your specific interest in this area and what you're doing in Kenya and East Africa.
Thank you. So Forvis Mazars is one of the large audit, advisory and accounting firms in the world. We are present in more than 100 countries in the world, including 25 in Africa, with a few thousand employees. We are in most of the countries in East Africa. And today we are not only participating, but we are also sponsoring the closing cocktail tonight at the ambassador residence. It's important for us, first in terms of strategy, we want to understand better the potential of the region, to know if we need to develop some activities or some services. And we are here as well because our clients are here. We work with most of the French companies in Africa. And it's important to discuss with them to understand if they are planning to invest more in the region or to come to invest. And we are here to support them in terms of company setup, in terms of accounting, due diligence, tax advisory, and anything related to finance, auditing, of course, which is more than 50% of our activities at Forvis Mazars.
So is it mainly working with French companies as opposed to, or do you also have clients that are East African companies, Kenyan companies, or South African companies that you also represent? Or is it really looking at the interests of French companies coming here?
So initially, Forvis Mazars was called Mazars, and Mazars started in France. So we have a strong connection with French group and French companies. And even if we work with 80% of the French group in Africa, in advisory or in auditing, they represent only 2 or 3% of our clients. Locally, we have clients that could be local companies or international groups. And one of my roles is to do in Africa what we call coordination. So we have set up a coordination desk. So all our international clients that are present in different countries, for example, an audit in 20 countries in Africa, instead of having our client working with each individual Forvis Mazars offices and each individual of their offices, they will work through my team and we will work with their teams.
But because all the countries on the continent have different regulatory concerns, their tax regulations are all different. How easy or difficult is it to coordinate across French-speaking Africa, English-speaking, different languages? Is your team that big?
So in all the countries, we have a few hundred of employees. So we are in 25 countries, and in the countries where we are not yet, we have correspondent firm. And what does our team is more on the communication side. So the group CFO of Schneider Electric, for example, that was here a few minutes before, will speak to me directly. I will be able to tell him how goes the audits in the different countries where they are, but the audit is performed locally.
Do you concentrate on specific types of companies, or is it across the board, or is there a speciality that you guys like to look at, a specific sector that you like to look at?
Now, thanks for the question. So we are able to assist the client in all the sectors, but yes, in Africa we are specialized in energy, in telecom, in financial services, where we are very strong, and infrastructure, transport and logistics. Having said that, this is where we are specialized because we are auditing some of the largest banks on the continent. We are advising some of the largest telecom companies. But having said that, we are able to support any companies.
Challenges, Sebastian. What are the biggest challenges that you have in working and operating around Africa?
You answered that question with your previous questions, the communication. So that's why we have this desk. That's why we are different to our competitors. The communication between North Africa, East Africa, West Africa, it's very, very different. People don't understand themselves sometimes. An email can be sent in a way, understood in another way, and the communication is key to work between the countries. And then there are many other differences, but the one I can see every day in my own work is the communication. And
competition from the more traditional meaning Deloitte's and McKinsey's and PricewaterhouseCoopers and all of that. Is that serious competition for you? Because they've been around for a very long time here.
So you have the big four that are still at in the world the top four firms. Forvis Mazars is just below, so we are top 6 in the world, and we probably have a different mindset. We really work as a partnership. I'm traveling, as you can see here. I'm based in Johannesburg, by the way. I'm traveling every week or every second week in different countries. And we were in Johannesburg with all the partners in Africa last week. We are really one partnership. Any decisions, strategic decisions are taken together. I won't speak about the other big four. They have their own strategy, which is as well very good. We are supporting our clients in a very personal way, and we are very agile, which is more important.
Sébastien, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, really appreciate it, and continue to do your great work.
Thank you so much.